Matias and Pacquiao, I think they both did great. I mean, according to the circumstances, what I mean by that is right, like Pacquiao could have easily folded in that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, because it didn't take long for Matias to get close to him. You know what I mean? And he kept it together. He landed his shots, but I just think he got outworked a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much that Matias was landing a lot more cleaner shots. It was just that he was working. He was letting his hands go. You know what I'm saying? And Pacquiao was trying to counter most of the time. You know what I mean? He was fighting, but he was trying to counter, make it awkward. He was holding on in spots. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Matias did what he came to do. You know what I mean? Put pressure on and try to break him. He didn't break him. That was surprising. And it was only surprising because, like I said, he was getting to him early. But I'm trying to figure out, like, if it's somebody better at 40, they're going to have to kill him, man. They're going to have to kill him to prove it. Because I see Gary Antoine, skill-wise, better. I see Richardson Hitchens, skill-wise, better. But when it comes to determination, that's where we're going to have a problem. I mean, this dude, he trying to eat. You know what I mean? So, great performance on both of them. But, you know what I mean? I can see why the judges gave it to him.
All right, now we go to co-main event.
Yeah.
Shakur, Zepeda came out strong in the first couple rounds. I thought it was gonna be it was an interesting fight, but
Yeah.
he came out strong in the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that fight with Zepeda and Shakur? Like in the beginning of the fight up to the end of the fight.
I mean, Zepeda, he did bring his game, his A game. I say it was his A game because he fought how he fight. He stayed on Shakur the entire fight. The problem was, though, he couldn't land the shots he wanted to land. I mean, he wasn't as effective as I thought he would probably think he would be. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't knock Shakur out. You know what I mean? He hit Shakur with some good shots, froze him a little bit, and that was early in the fight. And by froze him, I mean stunned him a little bit, had him like, oh, I got to tighten up. Once Shakur tightened up, once that fifth round came, you start watching the combinations come out. You know what I mean? That was the impressive part about that fight. Shakur started dropping the combinations and picking up the numbers on his punches and keeping Zepeda in a difficult situation with the angles. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, he was looking like Mayweather. He was looking like Mayweather. Yeah, but it's hard to be successful doing that too when a guy got you pinned to the ropes. And even though a lot of times he put himself to the ropes, he fought him inside the ring, in the middle of the ring, and up against the ropes. Shakur just was real slick that night, real composed. You know what I mean? And did a great job, landing the shots. I don't know, man. That was the performance he needed, I felt.
Yeah, he kind of sat there, in my opinion, on the ropes.
Yeah.
It seemed like he wanted to do it a little bit. Like he kept going back to it. But then when he got in the middle of the ring, it seemed like he was just picking them apart.
I'm gonna give a secret out. I don't know, you know what I mean? If you good enough to fight off the ropes defensively, the reason guys do that, it's easier to measure shots when your back is against the ropes. You know what I mean? It's tough to measure shots in the middle of the ring. That's why a lot of people can't fight in the middle of the ring. You know what I mean? If you ever notice, they got to be pressing you. Zepeda is one of them guys. He got to press you. But the thing is with Shakur can fight in the middle of the ring or off the ropes. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was easier for him to see the shots coming sitting on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do so much offensively or athletically with his body. If he sat up against the rope, he could see the shots coming, and he was finding them counter shots. Man, that was a great performance, man. He was working the body. I thought he could have killed the body a little more, but you know what I mean? He did a great job, for sure.
Now, Shakur, after this fight, once again he called out, saying like he wanted to fight Tank.
Yeah.
That's the fight everybody wants to see.
Right.
Do you think with that style, he was more so shoulder rolling? And in my opinion, I think the shoulder roll, I never really seen him use a shoulder roll like it before.
Right.
He used it. That's something that he probably going to use against all southpaw fighters that he fight.
Right.
Because the advantage is going, or that's just something that he just brought out of his bag.
I think he did that because it was easier for him to see the shots coming from Zepeda. It was a little easier for him. I mean, I think that's why he focused on that with that fight. With Tank, I can see him moving his feet a little more, but at the same time, that style of defense will come out because depending on the situation you get put in. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I thought it was the proper thing to do with that fight because it gave him a chance to be there but not be there. Meaning the angles he was giving Zepeda, that's what was giving Zepeda a hard time. You know what I'm saying? So, but it looked like Shakur was right there for him. but he wasn't. You know what I mean? The angles made it hard for him. So, and it made it easier for him to be able to fire back. So it was, you know what I mean? It all added up. Everything was good.
Now look at the fight. Was there anything else that you thought that Shakur could have did different, or something that you might like? He probably need to switch this up. If he go in there with a bigger punch.
I mean, all right, speaking as a coach, of course I don't want you up against the ropes that much, but I understood it. Also, I think he could have went to the body a little bit more. He went to the body, did a great job going to the body, but I think he could have did a little bit more to the body. But besides that, it was a perfect performance. It was a great fight.
All right, now we move on. Main event. Berlanga gets stopped by Hamza.
Yeah.
What's it? Sharika?
Shiraz. Yeah.
He gets stopped by Hamza Shiraz.
Yep.
Second time he stepped up and forced somebody of, well, this guy, Hamza was like, I don't think he was ranked. I'm not sure.
Not at 68, but
yeah, he moved up. It's like he moved 8 pounds to fight him, right?
Yeah.
What does it say about Berlanga? Berlanga, step up fights, better competition, lose to Canelo, lose this fight. What's your thoughts on Berlanga? Like, what can he do now?
Honestly, he gotta humble himself. I mean, he wasn't humble during this whole thing. You know what I mean? He kept inviting guys to his genitals. That was weird. He was just caught up in the whole antics part of it. You know what I mean? He was beefing with De La Hoya. Didn't matter because De La Hoya isn't the promoter of either guy. You know what I mean? So that didn't make sense. He was trying to sell tickets. I think he was focused on selling tickets instead of the actual fight. He was doing pretty good up until he got caught with that shot. But the thing that got him caught with the shot was him standing there in front of him thinking he was, imposing his will. Yeah. Hamza Shiraz is a big guy, and he put himself right in front of him, got caught with a mean shot. Once he got caught with that shot, he was stunned. It wasn't no recovering after that. And I mean, these guys, they're a little big-headed, and I think he just needs to get in the gym and focus on who he is instead of, just trying to look good.
I think Berlanga is more focused on being a celebrity
right.
in a boxer.
Right.
You think that's his problem?
Some guys want to be champion. Some guys want to be famous. I think he's a guy that want to be famous. You know what I mean?
And ultimately trying to be famous and not putting the sport first.
Right.
That can ultimately affect you, and you've seen what happened last night.
Right.
Now, is there any promoter you think that might want to deal with Berlanga now they lost these 2 fights?
It's going to be tough after that one because now they got something to wave over his head. You know what I mean? It's going to be still some fights out there for him to be in. You still got the Caleb Plant fight. You still got Jamal Charlo. It's fights out there that he can get. The thing is, who's going to want to deal with him in the antics, things like that? You can deal with the fighter, but it's all the extra shit that come with it. So that's what I'm saying. He need to humble himself. You know what I mean? You can't say, I'm putting this in God's hands and this is God's doings, and then say, suck my dick. You can't, you know what I mean? That's not cool, man. You know what I mean?
Wow. Now, another thing about Berlanga, I want to say, Berlanga. Now, Berlanga, he's still young, right? He's still young, yeah. So it can be some room for him to possibly get into some other fights where though you got to build, because you basically got building back up now, really,
right?
With this knockout loss. What does that do for his psyche, though? What do you think he's thinking, like his mental aspect?
If he's smart, he know what he did wrong. He sat in front of him. But the ego get in the way and, start being down on yourself. I think, listen, man, take 2 weeks off. I mean, clear your mind, get a new phone number, and focus on boxing. And I think he'll be all right. But if you're not focused, you're going to keep going through the same things. And you can't doubt yourself. Even after a loss, you can't doubt yourself. You know what I mean? The Canelo loss to him wasn't a loss. To him, it made him more famous. It made him more credible. But then you go in there and lose to Hamza Shiraz, who was just stepping up to 68. So now it's like, you know what I mean? Am I that good? You know what I mean? Now you're going to start questioning yourself. I think he got to focus. He got to lock in.
Let me ask you a question. Getting caught with those shots he caught, another thing we got to take into consideration.
Yeah.
Berlanga, that's a lot of wear and tear, really. Them shots he got, I mean, he got up twice, and the third time, it was like over. But do you think it took a lot of punishment in that fight?
I think for the moment it did. You know what I mean? But as a man, you heal up and you get back to work. All fighters been hit with some shots. Every fighter been caught with a shot. It's just how you take it. We seen some of the greatest fighters take a hard shot, keep going. You know what I mean? You just can't let it stop them. and also educating themselves. I think he need to educate himself more. I said the same thing not too long ago about Tevin Farmer. You get caught with a shot, don't sit and wait for the next set of shots. Get on your toes, move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to train for these things. You got to practice these things in the gym. And a lot of guys seem to think that they so good of a fighter they don't have to prepare for the downside of the fight. You know what I mean? The what ifs. You know what I mean? So I think he'll continue going through things like that if he don't sharpen up, if he don't become more of a student.
Now we're getting closer to a big fight. I know Tank just got arrested in Miami or so. Suspected domestic abuse.
Yeah.
Dealing with his kid's mother, so they say. Do you think that Tank is like all the way there, or you think this could be just something because you know how, I'm not saying it's not happening, but you know how these domestic things go. It could be more than what's being put out there, and then sometimes the man could take a fall, or he could have did something wrong that he wasn't supposed to do. Do you think that this puts a damper on Tank as far as getting this going forward with this next fight?
If Tank understand life a little bit, he understand boxing. This shit happens all the time. Not saying you go to jail all the time. I'm not saying it. I'm saying every fighter I know before a fight, something go wrong. Whether it's to the body, to the mind, or something in your family, something with one of your friends, something always go wrong. My message to Tank would be, of course, focus on you. You know what I mean? Try to be more focused on who you are and what type of situations people could put you in. You know what I mean? And try not to get caught up. You know what I mean? Stay focused and get ready to fight. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we need Tank Davis in this game right now. You know what I mean? We need a guy like Tank Davis at 135. So, you know what I mean? I'm not really down on the guy. I understand what he went through because I understand that situation. I've been in that situation, having kids and stuff like that. It could be tough, but you will get past it. You know what I mean? So from me to him, you know what I mean? Take care of yourself, focus on the fight. Stay locked in.
Lamont Roach now. Lamont Roach, he see Tank going through what he going through.
Yeah.
Do you think he's like, I got an edge, or is this giving him some more confidence he may not have had, looking at Tank going through what he's going through?
I mean, you could look at it that way, but then you could also look at it like this might make Tank dangerous. The stress might make him dangerous. So if it was me, if I was Lamont, I would just focus on camp and just continue doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't really focus on what he worried about. I mean, what he got going on, simply because, shit, that could be a publicity stunt too. I don't think it is, but I'm just saying, these things, man, with this entertainment world, you just never know. You know what I mean? So, if I'm Lamont, just stay ready.
Now, the fight actually. Now, with these two things, right?
Yeah.
Well, with this thing going on with Tank, does this change your outlook of the outcome of the fight? And what is your outlook on the fight when it happens? What do you think is going to be the outcome of that fight?
No, I didn't change it because, from my understanding, the first fight Tank had some things going on. From my understanding, this is just life. Me, as far as the outcome, I always pick the draw, and I picked the draw again. You know what I mean? The first fight, I had Tank stopping him late, but then when I got to see them in there with each other and understand the relationship between the two, and I see how they react to each other, I'm calling it another draw. It's another great fight. It's going to be another draw.
All right, now you got what's called coming up. You got Pacquiao coming back.
Yeah.
Fighting the kid that
Barrios.
Mario Barrios.
Yep.
What do you think this is going to happen? Do you think Pacquiao is come back for a check? Do you think Pacquiao is going to be competitive in this fight? What's your thoughts on this fight?
I tell people all the time, it's nothing like a boxing check, first of all. So, of course, he's coming back to the check. If you Pacquiao, you know you're getting a good check. You know what I mean? So, it's nothing like a boxing check. And another thing is, man, two things can happen. Barrios could go in there, get starstruck, get ran over by Pacquiao. Or two, Pacquiao could get in there, turn old overnight. You know what I mean? Yeah, I believe he almost, 48 or something like that?
Yeah, he's pushing.
Yeah, so almost 50 years old. You know what I mean? And guess what? If you got the energy to do it. I wasn't too enthused about it when I heard he was coming back. But then to see him go back to LA, train with Freddie Roach, all right, that let me know he mean business. He could win this fight. It's a good fight. Barrios is a tough kid, skilled kid, and the only thing I'm worried about with Barrios is sometimes you don't know what Barrios you're gonna get. Pacquiao though, you know he's gonna be in shape, and you know he's gonna let his hands go. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because Pacquiao, man, like even with his last fight, you know, when he took a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was a fighter.
Yeah.
He what you call like a fighter. He come. I don't think I ever seen Pacquiao in a boring fight. Now I think except for the Mayweather, because Mayweather kind of outclassed him, but
yeah,
he couldn't really be that animal. But I never really seen Pacquiao like have a boring fight. So I think Pacquiao will come to fight.
That's what I'm saying.
What happens if Pacquiao win this fight though? What happens? We think it's gonna happen with him?
I mean, he win this fight. He shake up the game. He add another trophy to his manual. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao. He shake up 147. He shake up 147 because he went from not being mentioned to now he a champion. So it's gonna be kind of crazy, but it's possible.
Do you think the other fighters be mad about that? Like everybody, because everybody was complaining that how Pacquiao come back and get a fight so quick.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Honestly, I think they'd be fine with it because it's a chance to go at Pacquiao, a legend, and you know if you fighting Pacquiao, your pay grade gonna go up. I mean, why? Because Pacquiao got a whole country tuning into the fight. So, Pacquiao, yeah, you fight Pacquiao, man. I would be happy if I could get a shot at it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think the other guys would be happy.
All right, now, other fights, been announced. We got, Devin Haney, Ryan Norman Jr. I want to speak about something though. Okay. I don't know if you saw the clip.
Yeah.
Where the security guard got all involved, grabbing on the fighter like that.
Yeah.
Is that necessary for security? I think security going a little too far, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
Nah, he did go too far. He took advantage of his job. You know what I mean? The reason I say he's going too far because at the end of the day, these two fighters, they getting ready to fight. You know what I mean? They getting ready to fight. There's no need for you to be putting your hands on anybody. Also, you're a big, strong guy. Okay, I give you that. But it's shit out here for that. You got to be careful. Some people think like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might want to really do something to you. You think you got the upper hand at all times. It's not always true. You can't doubt anybody. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I would tell them guys, you know what I mean? Tell that guy to be careful. You know what I mean? Be careful and watch how you move from here on out, because that was a little uncalled for. And I know they was trying to sell the fight a little bit, not saying with the incident, but I know with the face to face. They was trying to sell the fight a little bit, but that went too far for my liking. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The security guard, he's security, but that's a fighter.
Yeah.
If Brian Normal throw the right punch, then what?
Yeah. Now you fired. You get knocked out. TV, basically on TV, because YouTube is TV. So you get knocked out. Now you fired. Now they can't walk around with you no more because y'all walking around with the security guard that's no good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just know situation like that I wouldn't be cool with. I'll still be causing a scene about that.
Now let's get to the fight. Devin Haney, Ryan Norman Jr.
Yeah.
This fight been announced. I think it happened like October sometime. It said
November.
October, November.
Yeah.
This is a fight that Brian Norman. I think Brian Norman took this fight. I think he probably knew what he was going to get into with Boots. And this is probably more of a fight. I'm not saying he was scared of Boots, but I'm just saying this is more of a fight that he probably think that he can probably win.
Right.
In my opinion. So he takes the Devin Haney fight. What's your thoughts on this fight?
Listen, if you think about it, it's a great fight for both fighters. Why? Because Devin Haney needs for the people to see that he still got it. For Norman, he needs the people to see that he's on this level. You know what I mean? This would catapult either guy a lot more for Norman than it would Haney. But Haney, you know what I mean? Haney will shut a lot of people up, show that he can go in there with a puncher and handle him. But for Norman, he could prove that, I'm on this level. And I told you, it ain't just for the smaller tier guys. I knock these guys out too. Because he keep talking about knocking him out. So I can't wait to see the fight. Great fight.
So what do you think Devin's game plan is? Because Norman can punch.
I mean, boxing. Why would you do anything else? Why would you go in there and try to, you see what happened in Berlanga, try to go in there and be tough, try to, shot for shot with the guy. It's not going to work. He can't go punch for punch with Norman. A lot of fighters can't do that. That would be stupid. I'm looking forward to seeing Devin Haney get in the ring and just try to be superior boxing wise.
All right, now we're getting closer to Canelo.
Yeah.
And Crawford.
Yeah.
This fight getting really, really close. About a little less than a month out, so somewhere around there.
Yeah.
What do you think Crawford's thinking right now? Like, I mean, he's getting close. You know, Crawford is a vet, you know, professional. He's been in big fights, but this fight is a big fight.
Yeah.
What do you think Crawford mindset is like? It's getting close. Like I'm about to, get to this fight and fight Canelo.
Yeah.
And this heavyweight. I mean, there's 2 weight classes above me, and it's really about to happen. What do you think is his thoughts?
I think he excited, man. The reason I'm saying that because everywhere I've been seeing Bud, he been getting in little altercations. Not like actual altercations where he beef with people, but I'm saying he getting in like little wrestling matches with dudes. He got a lot of energy built up and he looking to get it out. I think he excited about this matchup, and that's good. He should be. It's a big fight, and I think Bud gonna do good, man, because he really believe in himself. He a dog. He could punch. I know people think the punch won't add up at 168, but I think it will, simply because Canelo isn't a natural 68. I mean, big guy, like, weight-wise, but he's not the biggest 68-pounder in the world. He's just dominant because of his skill set, and a lot of guys, really intimidated by Canelo. And that's why I think this is a great fight, because I don't think Bud Crawford is intimidated by it.
Exactly. Canelo was speaking, Canelo was speaking real confident, like.
Right.
I mean, if you watch the press conference, he's saying, man, he's not going to win.
Right.
Yeah, man, yeah, you're a good fighter, but you're not going to beat me.
Right.
Canelo thoughts. We think Canelo was like thinking, like, man, this is like another day at the office.
I mean, Canelo. That's what Canelo has gotten used to. He's used to guys being obedient to his style, to his power. So how could he not think like that? You know what I mean? I understand what he's saying, but we won't find out till that night. But I think in his heart, he knows it's going to be a great fight. He knows it's going to be a tough fight. So look for Canelo to be really turning it up in the camp, for sure.
Now, Philly fighter, Jerron Boots Ennis, 154. They talking about him and Virgil Ortiz supposed to be in negotiations or damn near done.
Yeah.
This is a fight supposed to happen at 147. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
It seems like Boots is like on a mission, man, in my opinion.
Yep.
What does this fight do for Boots, and does it happen?
I think the fight happened. I don't think the fight is next, but I think it happened. But a fight with Virgil, man, will prove a lot, because a lot of people were saying Boots was being a weight bully at 47. So here you go to 54, fight a guy that's your size or a little bit bigger. Also fight a young, hungry guy. You know what I mean? So I think it will be a great fight. I think Virgil come out there really swinging for the fences, trying to get Boots out of there. At the same time, I can see Boots doing the same thing, but being a little bit sharper. I can't wait for that fight, to be honest. It's going to be a great fight.
I think Boots take like a test fight. Obviously not a test fight, but a fight just to get your feet wet at 154.
It's up to him. I don't think he have to, because he been active. And 54 is not that big of a jump. And, I just think they got to get a guy like Virgil. They got to get a guy like Madrimov. They got to get a guy like Murtaza Zaliev. They got to get a guy like Erickson Lubin. They got to get somebody in there that we know can fight. And not a guy, that's like, where did this guy come from? You know what I mean? We need a guy that we know, or at least seen before, to stamp like, okay, he looks good at 54.
Well, yeah, man. So, with that being said, what you got going on, G? What's going on with you, man?
I mean, I've been getting back in the gym. I've been working with Brill, man, August 9th at the I forgot what it's called, Sheet Metal Union Joint on Columbus. Okay. It's going to be a good fight. Brill coming back at 130, 135, somewhere in between there. We just looking to get better, man. That's all. And just pumping the YouTube, getting busy, feeding the people.
Next question, man. What's your take on Philly fighters, man? Because Philly really has a lot of good fighters. Like that's currently fighting. You got champions, up and coming fighters, fighters who were champions. You got Hall of Famers like B-Hop.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Philly and the fighters here?
I mean, I love Philly, man, because it's nothing like it. I mean, it's so many guys in a small place, and everybody trying to be next up. And it's just a lot of tradition in Philadelphia. It's a lot of history in Philadelphia. And I think a lot of the young fighters need to tune into that and understand where it is that they're coming from and be more proud. I love my city, though, man. I love the fighters, because I know all the fighters to give everything they got, man, to get in there and rumble, especially if you give them the opportunity. So, I love my city when it comes to the fighters.
Well, I appreciate you, G, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I mean, that's all you want to add. Anything else you want to add?
I mean, we here, man. We working. I mean, I want y'all to subscribe. Hit that like button. Don't play with it. Share. You know what I'm saying? GHB TV for myself. And here with my man. We chilling.
Appreciate you, G.
Yes, sir.